Now it's streaming. I saw it pop up. And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym in the Crypto episode 600.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your host, King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
And today's top stories: Bitcoin price sets record for most days above 10,000. Wow. $2 billion locked. Uniswap now is bigger than the entire DeFi industry just 2 months ago. CFTC charges crypto futures trading platform for failure to register in the US. KuCoin hackers keep moving stolen tokens to the largest DeFi exchange. And most Americans are against a digital dollar. CBDC survey reveals that and much more. But first, Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with these prices here in the crypto world?
Oh, yeah. So we are still pretty flat. We have seen some movement from Bitcoin at $10,895, up 1.6%. Ethereum at $365 is up 3% as well. Litecoin at $46 is up 1.6%. Ripple is only a quarter right now, up 2.4%. Bcash at $233 is up 2.5%. And last but not least, EOS at $262 is up 1.7%. So green across the board, not big movements, but still pretty much flat at this point.
There we go. Okay, top story. Bitcoin price sets record for most days above $10,000. Looks like the daily close for Bitcoin USD have been above $10,000 since July 27th. And that's a new record the data shows. Again, various analysts came through, talked about it. Of course, people are always looking for some type of crypto or Bitcoin fact, whether it's Bitcoin is dying and death to Bitcoin or Bitcoin surpassing some number like $10,000. It says here it's been above it for what, 63 days, Bitcoin's at?
63 days. It's a new record. Absolutely. Yeah. And one of the things that I've noticed when people talk about it above 10,000 is that they say, oh, yeah, this is regular. This is, this is cool. People, we're at $10,000 as a floor.
And it's regular on the low, though.
This is regular. Crazy. Yeah, 10,000. Like, oh, yeah, Bitcoin's worth 10,000. That's not regular.
That's crazy.
That's crazy that's
we started
the floor.
2017 off at 1,000 when you really, so in 3 years, we're still at it. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't think people, should take this lightly. Once again, the last time Bitcoin was above 10,000 for this long was December 2017. So,
all right. So wait, with that being said, the last time we saw this was literally the top. We know this isn't the top now, but I mean, does that mean we'll still see the same type of retracement in a couple months, or is this thing going to push forward?
Oh yeah, well, in my opinion, it's a new market, so we don't have the FOMO that I think we had back in 2017. I think it's a lot more hardened holders and a lot better traders. Also, one of the things with the market, how it's going now, is it's way more entangled politically than it was before. Yeah. Before, I think it was kind of standalone. Bitcoin went crazy, and no other market was doing that. But right now, I think it's kind of entangled with politics, with how money's moving. So I don't think we'll have that explosion yet. However, fourth quarter is always a good time for it because, once again, that's when most people are trying to figure out where to park their money so they don't have to pay taxes. Wall Street gets their bonuses. Christmas time, people start buying Bitcoin. So I think that'd probably be a good target for the bull run that people are talking about late this year, early next year.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Kind of going with you with the hardened investors. I think a lot of that has to do with the people who kind of came in toward the top, 14, 16, 20,000. No choice but to stay and hang this thing out, right? And then also the good thing, though, people, is, I do think we'll see another retracement below 10,000. I hope to see that $800 to $9,500 range again. And if it does happen, I mean, I think it's going to be a great buying opportunity. Finally, we've had a year to kind of prep for it. So that'd be a good buying opportunity. And then on to also, what is it? I'm trying to think what else is going on. Oh, the election. I remember in the 2016 election, for those who are a part of our small group we were talking crypto with, we told people back then we thought Trump was going to win it, and it's what would happen with the market. We were looked to be geniuses after it happened. So I'm calling it live again, 2020. This is what I'm thinking going to happen. I don't know who's going to win, but when it comes to the market, this is what I'm looking at. More than likely, Donald Trump will win again. That's because most incumbent presidents usually win. It's hard to get an incumbent president. They got the whole cabinet. They got the whole gang in there. All right, I know you hate them. It's hard to get an incumbent president out of the office. I mean, what is it? Got Bush Jr. did too. Obama did too.
Yep.
Clinton would have done too. I mean, really, he almost still could have done it. people ask him questions in front of his wife. What Dave Chappelle say? Who else? So incomplete presidents usually win. So my thing is that if he wins, leading up to the election, we might see crypto drop off a little bit. But if he wins, we'll see it continue at this pace as we are seeing it now, a slow and steady climb to next year where we see the explosion. But if he loses, I think that would be the black swan event for a lot of people who are on the other side, on the conservative side, who are also in the crypto, but on the kind of the fence about it, who still believe in good old America and the government and all that good stuff. If he loses, I think people's heads will explode and they will go straight to the crypto and gold market. Overnight, I think we'll see a jump in price literally within 24 to 48 hours. And that'll be a great time to go on margin. I'm just throwing that out there as my guess right now on that.
Oh yeah. I predict the same stuff, and I really don't see Biden and Harris winning. But if it happens, I think that is the catalyst we're looking for.
Oh yeah, people can be like, "What? Oh, I'm taking
all. Like, oh, I'm getting all out of this industry. This industry is,
it's not gonna be no more money in the bank in the South, boy. Let me tell you." All right, let's get some shout outs. What's going on? Tiffany from New York, Clarence Dennison, Leroy Forbes, Tessa. Hey, Tessa. Yes, it's been a minute. Clarence said, top story. I got a couple of G's added to my portfolio balance today. There we go. Sabotage. What's going on? Hello. Tommy Brown. Thank you. Congrats on the big 6 for sure. Cool works from the ATL. Who else we have here? Crypto Rasputin. Retracement, then surge up after the election. More so, Trump's take power. Libra range. Trump makes big. Ooh, okay. I can see it. Chats, what's going on? Chats with decentralized. Gang, we in here. Lord, Tessa said, you already know it. It's 2020. Anything can happen, says Cool Works. You know it. Let's see. Oh, hilarious. Chats with decentralized said, can we talk about tax fraud this episode? Bang, bang. Knew some shots were going to be fired today. Hilarious. Well, look, that's another reason why, again, people, here's the beautiful thing about the government, or to me, the American government, capitalist. Everybody keeps calling these people stupid. Like, everybody calls Donald Trump dumb how many times a day, right? We have to be clear on something, people. If you can go 15 years without paying taxes and you can become the president and you can use other people's money your entire life, you're not that dumb.
Hey man, if you like Dom Kennedy, he said it all the time. Other people's money, OPM, baby. That's how you get rich in America. Use other people's money to fund whatever you want. If it fails, it's on them. If it succeeds, you get paid. And he's been doing it so long now, he's got to be good at something.
My cousin was like, no, he's not smart. He's just a good con man. I was like, all right, that's fair too. But the taxes is crazy. But the reason why I want to bring up the tax, I'm glad Chas brought that up, is because if this person has actually been dodging taxes for how many years or whatever that, and he's about that life, right? You think he's not making a personal push to crypto? I think he is. I think he's already in on Bitcoin. He's like, hey, the banker's going to jump down my throat and I don't need another group of people getting mad at me, right? So he's just like, I'm not going to say it publicly for the US, but if he's been dodging taxes, if that's true, allegedly, for 10 to 15 years, you really think he's not on crypto, people? Of course he's on the crypto train. Listen, this is that's why he's the one who put out the source code thing from IRS. Who wants to know the source code? Because he wants the Monero source code so he can use it himself. All right, that's all that is.
Oh yeah. And it came from him because it was a cheap bounty. What is 625,000?
Right, that's what I said.
I need another zero added to that player just to think about it. If so, I would just go to Monero and be like, hey, I found an exploit. Give me 10 million. Yeah.
$2 billion locked. Uniswap now bigger than the entire DeFi industry just 2 months ago. Wow, how did that happen?
Oh man, well, just after midnight today, Uniswap currently has $2.06 billion worth of crypto assets locked in. One of the biggest catalysts was the extreme FOMO into some of these tokens. I don't even want to name some of these tokens that are on Uniswap that people were buying, but Sushi Swap, it was some weird protocols we won't go into, but basically $830 million worth of liquidity has moved, and the TVL for Uniswap is up to 2 billion at this point. And in the DeFi market, Maker DAO was huge. It's more than Maker DAO. You've seen lending platforms. We've seen Wrapped Bitcoin come out. All these DeFi products, none of them compares to Uniswap, which for most people, they have not used it, but the airdrop was one big catalyst, as well as Uniswap's popularity in social media, because we've always said that when the price of Bitcoin is flat, everybody runs to other parts of the industry. So we saw that with ICOs, we saw it with DeFi. with Uniswap. Now we're seeing it with NFTs. People are always looking for something new, but at the same time, Uniswap, congrats to them. Don't know how long that will be, but congrats to them for passing 2 billion total. And I think they're just beginning, just getting started. And if you think Uniswap's platform is trash or you don't want to use it, trust me, all of the centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges started off kind of trash, kind of sketchy, kind of weird, high fees, but I'm sure they'll get it worked out. And hopefully they can turn that 2 into 20 in the next few years.
I mean, that's where the big money is, man. That's the volatility right there. People who say they want to trade and do all that stuff. Yeah, it's in the Wild West. It's not on the safe exchanges like Coinbase. You're not making a lot of money trading off of Coinbase or Gemini or nothing. No, you gotta go, to the Wild West, people. It's the Uniswaps. What was the other Cryptopia when it was around?
Cryptopia.
Where did that come and go?
Cryptopia.
And it's kind of like what you just said. I mentioned that last week. I was like, who knows? Well, I was actually a couple weeks. First, I was talking about the DeFi thing. I'm like, this thing just came up and it's here, and who knows how long it lasts. And then the same with the Uniswap. It's like, all right, now it's the new darling child. So, like you said, I mean, so far in just the past 3 years since Bitcoin has gone mainstream, if you will, or as close to mainstream you can get. I mean, we saw what ICOs, STOs, like you said. We're seeing Uniswap, we're seeing DeFi, we're seeing decentralized exchanges.
Yield farming,
NFT. So
yeah,
whatever, pass the bag, right?
Yeah, exactly. Anything to take your Bitcoin.
Oh, okay. Regal Royal got it. I like that name. So I'm in DeFi, racking them up. All right, here we go. Chats decentralized. I sold my MOL airdrop for 0.5 Ether. Is worth like 7+ now. What? That's crazy. Yeah, that's where the money's at right now. Real Royal got it. Said, anyone want that info on DeFi coins moving? Holler at me. 5 figures in a week. There we go. Let's get this money. All right. CFTC is back in the news as they charge crypto futures trading platform for failure to register in the U.S. That's right. The CFTC is looking to make an unregistered foreign platform pay back U.S. investors in its crypto futures, suggesting expanding jurisdictions. What's going on with CFTC, man? What move are they pulling on people now?
Oh yeah. Well, first things first. It says the CFTC did not specify the extent of Lano Group's activities, which is the group that's charged. The commission's request for relief suggests that they themselves don't know how much the trading platform took in without registering. So they don't really have a number for how much money they took in, how much they basically were using. They just know that they are taking them to court.
Something, right?
You done made something, and we need our piece. And it says, quote here, in order directing that defendant and any successor thereof make an accounting to the court of all its assets and liabilities, together with all funds it received from and paid to customers. So one of the things about the CFTC is that they count Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a commodity, which is weird because it's not. You can't just throw it in there.
How is that even possible? They're doing that. They're saying it's commodity. SEC saying it's security. They got IRS saying, I don't know what it is, but if y'all making money, we want some. So.
We want some, yeah. And then I mean, you got everybody else. You got the OCC comp controller. I mean, you got the FEC. You got
futures, NFA. You got the Futures Association.
Futures. You got FINRA. You got who else wants their hand in the pot? I mean, how many alphabet boys can you have?
To me, it sounds like I just need to get a group of people with a lot of guns and start making my rules about crypto. Like, I don't know what's going on right now.
I'm just gonna start sending invoices to exchanges and be like, hey, we need 10,000 for you to go forward.
You know what? Look, you just invented the new scam, bro. Oh wow, they're coming after you for that one.
Hey, as I'm saying, they basically are just sending them invoices like, hey, you need to let us know.
And that's funny. I bet if you send every exchange a professional invoice for 10K. You
get at least 10 of them will send something back. But one of the deeper things about the CFTC trading is that they recently said that they want to come up with a sort of platform, or not platform, but a framework for people to be able to operate within these rules. The problem is when they take somebody to court and they don't even know how much money they've accounted for or assets. What if they are they trusting them to find those assets and liabilities themselves and report it? Because what if they report it and say, oh, we made $1,000. Okay, so what's our penalty? I don't, you know what I mean? Like, that's weird.
They're using it's a standard operating procedure that they use. It's called the Debo tactic. What they do is they go up to a business and just like Debo did for that chain, like, hold on, Got a chain over here. Look, they chain snatching, man. This is chain snatching at its finest. All right. Don't know what you got on a person. You just pat them up and down, and you rip the chain off, and then you go sell and see how much it's worth. This is chain.
Yeah. I was gonna say I saw one video of a dude get his chain snatched, and the dude looked at it and was like, "Man, this shit is fake." So that might be what happens with this company. CFTC might be like, "Oh, this company wasn't doing that.
Bro, man,
y'all broke. Oh, man, what is this $1 million? Oh, we need 100 or more." So I think this is not. I wouldn't say it's a non-story, but I think it's more to it, and we have to see exactly how much Ether, Litecoin, and Bitcoin they've actually traded in futures, because the CFTC, John Carlo, who was the head of it, now it's the new head of it. You can't be the father of Bitcoin or Bitcoin dad or whatnot and still keep going after stuff like this. Come on, man.
Yeah, and I will give a shout out to the guy who wrote this article, Colin Post. This is on Cointelegraph. One of the things he did point out, which I kind of agree with, this is all how we always talk about the precedent. This is all about setting precedent, as it says here, particularly, I can't say that word right now, particularly noteworthy here is the jurisdictional boundary being established. That is what's going on, as you point out, how they keep calling it a commodity. I think this is just the CFTC way of just trying to hey, we still here too. I know y'all ain't heard of us, but in a while, we still finding people too. We still taking people to court if we can. Like, we got our squad out here on the field too, scoring points. I think that's what that's about. Like you said, the thing about this story is just seeing what comes out of it. What precedent will be set. What power and authority does the CFTC have now moving forward? So we'll continue to follow it for sure, people, if we hear anything new. What's going on, Sal Bestio? I think I pronounced that right. Said, congrats on the 600 episode, fellas. Appreciate it. Real got it said, the IRS, there are like different factions going at it for our money. It's crazy. It's crazy. And again, folks, if this is your first time watching us, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Make sure you smash that like and share. And as always, people, this is literally when we're not live. This is how Bitcoin Zay and I talk about crypto. So you get the inside look. It's no rehearsal. We talk about it the same way whether we're live or not. If anything, it's just probably a few more profane words in there.
Exactly.
All right, next up, KuCoin hackers keep moving stolen tokens to the largest DeFi exchange. Are the KuCoin hackers DeFi noobs? That was hilarious, Helen, on this Cointelegraph article. What's going on with this story here?
Oh, yeah. So if you followed the KuCoin exchange hack, which happened last week, they lost an extensive amount of money, over 200 million. I think it's the fourth largest hack.
How KuCoin still getting hacked? Didn't they get hacked a couple times ago?
Yeah, I believe this is happening again. This is why people are saying this hack might have been an inside job. The reason being, according to data from the crypto transaction tracking service WellAlert, KuCoin hackers keep sending thousands of dollars worth of synthetics network token to Uniswap. They also SNX. Sorry,
SNX. Okay, I was like, not SNT.
Yeah. And let's see, they also moved 5 million in Chainlink. They also moved 4.2 million converted into Ether using Uniswap and Kyber. And they were able to identify at least 3 Ethereum addresses. And it even says, quote here from WellAlert, I don't think they realize how visible their tracks are. So that's why on social media, a lot of people were saying a noob or an inside job, or maybe a young hacker who doesn't realize how much money they had or what they're doing, is probably where this is coming from. And here it says here, the hacker who hacked KuCoin apparently is a DeFi noob, tried to sell on Binance and didn't swap the tainted USDT on Curve. He also said,
hey, this what separates the bad hackers from the good ones. The bad ones only stay in class half the time and leave early. Oh, that's all you gotta do to get it? Oh, I'm gone. And then as soon as they leave, but if you want to cover your steps, this is what you need to do.
Exactly. Yeah, you might want to read a little bit more on the dark web of what to do with these coins once you get them. Might want to use a cryptocurrency mixer. At least try. That's basically what most of the community is saying. Hey,
keep them dumb. Don't tell them. Keep them dumb. Keep them dumb so they can keep getting caught. We need them out of here.
Yeah, but this also shows the flaw in decentralized finance, because every time these coins have been moved, every protocol that it was moved through, they've frozen the coins. So it's not very decentralized finance if you have a central power that has an off switch. Unfortunately, for some people, they don't agree with that. They're like, hey, if somebody loses their money, they should be able to recover it. I say no. If you lose it, you lost it. That is the promise of freedom. That's what you're fighting for. that's kind of what happens. And then with the DeFi aspect of it, with a centralized exchange, yes, if you have insurance, if they have regulations in place, but if you're going decentralized, it is the Wild West, and in the Wild West, you can't call timeout in a shootout. You can't. There's no
Hold
referees.
on, my gun jam.
Oh, my gun jam.
You did not just
Yeah,
say that live, bro.
you can't take 8 paces and be like, hold on 1 second.
You said you can't call timeout and shootout.
Yeah, so in the Wild West, if stuff happens, stuff happens. And I think that whoever this noob is will probably get caught, probably be facing jail time. But at some point, whenever all of this is sorted out, I think it will be less harm than what's in the media.
Yeah. And it looks like a few people are also saying that and agreeing in comments. Of course, Tessa said it as well. DeFi is the Wild West. I see Real Royal Got It is over here dropping some gems. He made a point, said didn't even need a stimulus package, talking about the money he's making on some of these other in the DeFi market. And that's a cool thing. I've seen people talk about that with the Uniswap, DeFi, or even regular crypto and Chainlink and everything that's happened. Like literally people, and you've even pointed this out, where if you would have invested your initial stimulus check, it's like you would have made more money being in the crypto market right now than in the traditional market. So that's amazing to see.
Yeah.
Alec G, what's going on? Alec's in the house. Tony Nolly, what's up? What's up? Ramo Jones, hey, Crypto Hustler said, I say it's a noob move. Everybody's saying that. Everybody say this is the new crypto meme for the new crypto meme in the future will be one for this noob. Wired Spark said code is law. You know it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see. What's going on, Cool Works? All right, last but certainly not least, most Americans are against a digital dollar, CBDC survey reveals. That's right. U.S. citizens appear to be opposed to a digital dollar despite expressing concerns over the existing financial system. Looks like a new study by crypto mining firm Genesis Mining suggests the majority of U.S. citizens are against the introduction of a central bank digital currency. A survey conducted by Genesis Mining discovered that out of the 400 participants, not a whole lot, less than 25% agreed to the proposition that the government should abandon paper money in favor of a digital dollar, while more than half were opposed. I can see that being true too, because a lot of people are not ready to give up cash. A lot of people love cash still. So I can see that being true, but I think the best part of this story is that if the digital dollar comes, especially if it's forced on people, then people get so angry about the digital dollar, they will just naturally start to flow to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. That's my thought behind this. So I'm hoping this not only is the survey true, but I can't wait. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I can't wait for the CBDC to come, because they're going to come with that water hose on, telling everybody they have to have it. It's going to flood the timeline where they're going to flood social media with it. Everyone will have a digital dollar. So those are my thoughts on it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. And we've been talking about the CBDC so long now. I'm starting to question whether or not they have the technological wherewithal to do it, because we've seen other ones come. And one thing I do want to throw out there, some inside information for our warriors. I've actually written not one, but 2 letters to the Congress when they meet, the House of Representatives, when they have met about a second stimulus check. They have come up with some solutions, quote unquote, for getting that stimulus check out faster. And I wrote to them about how a digital dollar or an airdrop in cryptocurrency would work better. I was proven right with Uniswap and with the digital dollar. One thing that, if you see Maxine Waters, if you see, I forget the other one's name that's head of that committee, if you see them do an airdrop type digital dollar, I just want my credit. But but what I'm saying, the reason I said that is they're discussing it. So they're actually discussing a digital dollar airdrop so that the money can come faster. Paper checks are so outdated. Who uses that? And I think the CBDC, even though people oppose it, they won't have a choice. I think all this poll shows is that we got to find a slick way to market it. If everybody agreed with it, they would just do it. And I think that this digital dollar will be pressed on you. And then when you see, they can track everything I do even better. No, I don't want this. I'd rather go to cryptocurrency. So like you said, I agree with you there. I think the medicine is in the candy. We need for people to think, CBDCs are forced on us, and then they'll say, hey, there's something better, and they'll move to that eventually. So I agree with this poll as far as most people not wanting it. I don't necessarily want a digital dollar, but it is a means to an end. So we'll see how that works out. And long term, I just don't see us not moving digital. So how it comes about will be the interesting part.
Right. What's going on? PFC Wells, Track is in the house. Antonio would say Antonio from the UK, but Antonio is on the island in paradise somewhere.
Oh
So
yeah.
Antonio from the islands now. um, yeah, and what's crazy is that with the CBDCs, let's say they do roll it out for this next stimulus or whatever, which whatever happened to that one, right? Hey, government got almost had it. Y'all thought y'all was gonna get two, almost had it.
Almost had it.
If we would have got a second stimulus package, we'd be looking at 11.6, 11.8 price right now. But no, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they do use that to airdrop future payments for whatever reason. What's going to happen to those payments that get sent to all those dead people?
Yeah.
When those type of things happen. I mean, would that still work the same way since it's traceable now? Would you be able to retract those payments, like and literally take that money back? How does that work? So that would be really interesting. And like you said, it's just about when it's going to happen at this point. To me, I still understand why it's taking so long. The technology is here. Everything makes sense. Like you said, it just must be the people at the top that are really pushing back. I mean, I get it. Biden or Trump, both of them are plus 65, right? 70.
Yeah.
Neither one of them trying to use a new. You trying to send me money across my phone? What? Like what?
What?
Man, that would like literally like just make them like mentally go crazy just hearing that. Like the SpongeBob meme with the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, you're telling the old guy to send some money through a phone. And of course, I'm saying old mentally, not age, because your age doesn't matter. But I mean, they move old mentally, like they do old things. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't see either of those two presidents pushing for it. It would have to be somebody on their staff that's kind of up on somebody on the staff that's kind of up on tech that's like, hey, I think this is the move forward. So
Oh yeah, yeah. And Regal Royal, I like the comment. He said there's just so many miseducated older people who call
exactly,
shots.
that's really what it is.
I mean, if people, I'm not trying to be ageist, but at a certain age, you almost stop looking for new information. Not that you don't even, accept it. You don't even look for it anymore. You're like, I know everything I need to know. I'm gonna go for it. And then it's even harder. Not just regular people saying that. If you've been a politician or if you've been a businessman for that long, it's really hard to say I'm gonna switch it up now. So yeah, you're right. I think it should be an age limit on how old you can be to be a leader, and it should be a minimum so we can keep it within the range of being able to get new ideas as well as having experience.
This is a good indication if you're old mentally. When you hear things like Fortnite, if they drive you crazy instead of doing the homework, because I don't play it, I don't like it or whatever, but I did the homework. They having $4 million tournaments, piqued my interest.
Yeah.
What kind of business can I do over here with this person, like with these groups of
Mhm.
people? So to me, it's kind of the same thing. Like I said, the president, like you said, Real Royal got it, said, these a lot of people who are uneducated call it shots. It's unfortunate, but hey, it looks like a lot that's changed now with the internet, right? All this technology. Speaking of which, I meant to tell you the other day, it was a meeting at the sheriff station up the street around these parts. I was like, oh, this technology is bringing people everywhere, man. I didn't expect that one. So things are starting to rapidly change. I don't know. Maybe there will be some type of thing to cause the tech to speed up. We'll see. Other than that, that is the show for today. As always, thanks for watching and the support, people. We're going to continue to bring these crypto episodes to you as frequently as possible. We're both running around. I think you told everybody the news the other day, right?
Well, I gave him a teaser, but the big news for those of you who have tuned in, the gentleman of crypto, Bitcoin in Black America, second edition. The book will be out for pre-order October 5th. So
Woo.
October 5th, you can go to bitcoininblackAmerica.com. The new book will be there. Once again, 7 new chapters, 200 plus Black blockchain business people in the directory. Talk about over 40 countries, have some great topics that haven't been explored before. And we're introducing scarcity. There are only 10,000 hardcover books will ever be available ever. So introducing scarcity into the book game. Anybody who purchases the book will have access to not 1, not 2, but 3 webinars over the course of the rest of the year, including 8 ways to earn Bitcoin without trading, Bitcoin for business, and last but not least, the ability for you to earn Bitcoin through trading. So all of these webinars will be included. The official announcement will be on Twitter. And I appreciate everybody for the support with the first book. The second book, like I said, it had to be written. 2020 is a big year. Just glad for it to be pretty much over and glad to have it out. So October 5th, be ready.
That's what's up. All right, we're gonna have to end this too on a couple of comments, Zay. I'm looking at some of these. I'm looking at some of the commenters as you're talking. First of all, I want to make a great point. Shrek made this. PFC Will said, "I know young folks who are all about Cash App and PayPal, but are totally lost on crypto. I watch these new soldiers say it all the time. So, like we said, when we talk about age, definitely talk about mentality. And you're right, because there are young, there's people in 20 years old don't know nothing about nothing as well. So that as well. We definitely don't want to push it. We know we got a lot of viewers too that are older, so we're not trying to push nobody out the way. We'll tell you the truth. But also, it's a funny thing that Crypto Hustlers said, where it said the elderly be like, why they keep changing stuff.
Why they keep changing stuff? Yeah.
That was a funny joke. All right. Other than that, that is the show, people. Again, Bitcoin Zay gonna have that news out October 5th. A lot of good news. 600 episode. We'll be back. Are you gonna be on live tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I'll be on live tomorrow.
Boom. We'll be back tomorrow, folks. Cheers.
Cheers.